Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. Back in standing.
Keeping him close.
To 2-2 now.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He's bounced back nicely here after the leadoff single. Kept the guy anchored at first. So he's done what he's needed to do.
John Singleton set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. One and 1, here it is. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Set to deal on 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Houston. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. David Ortiz strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, that's a good spot for that 2-seam fastball. Now, remember, that'll run away from left-handers, so a good idea to work the outside edge.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez will get his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes for second. Tap fouled at home plate. Nobody out, runner on first. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate. Look where it winds up, completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and standing in now the versatile Pablo Sandoval. Runners off for second. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-2 count, and the pitch. This one's flared out toward left. Coming in is Rasmus. He's there. Oh, but he can't hold on. And he is in there.
And these guys know that if you're going to get to a pitch like this, you got to get to him early. And once he settles in, he can be really tough. But they've got 2 on against him now and only 1 out.
Coming to the plate now, Rusney Castillo. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting 8th, catcher, number 23.
Settling in now, Blake Swihart, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret. This is his favorite side to hit from.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And he misses again, 2-0.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Springer is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on the show. Jason Castro steps in here to start out their half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the 1st out of the inning.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Back to the top of the order now, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. There is Pedroia on to first, and the Price is right here, 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, George Springer.
George Springer digs in here, hit a triple his first time around.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the 1st strike. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
Hammers it to deep right field. Castillo going back, still going back. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Oh, what a good effort out there in right field. Remember, we saw Torrey Hunter have some problems with that wall in the postseason, but this ball's far enough into the bullpen that he had no shot at pulling this thing in.
Here's Carlos Correa now.
Carlos.
As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Hit hard back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Standing in now, Colby Rasmus. Dribbled back toward the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Astros off and running on the solo homer. We played 2.5. It's now 1-0 Houston. Jackie Bradley Jr. digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Left fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, he has been patient up there, but now he's backed himself into a corner.
Hot shot to third. Valbuena fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Squared that one up just a little late. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Very weakly on the ground. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The second baseman, number 15, Dustin Pedroia.
Dustin Pedroia stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Into the windup and the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner, or this guy will bury you.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. The Astros lead it 1-0. Carlos Gomez is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Center fielder, Carlos Gomez.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Evan Gattis is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Here it comes, 2-0. Much too quick on the trigger there. It's 2-1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Lined hard toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Wheeling around third is Gomez heading for the plate. The relay. And he is out at third. So credit him with a double and an RBI here.
Well, once his ball got out there, you figured it was a sure double, but he decided to risk it and try for 3. It's a pretty big gamble to take when you're already in scoring position, and here it doesn't pay off.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, well, you kind of get the sense that he's been guessing up there on the first 2 pitches, and he's been guessing wrong.
And a fastball.
And so far, he's been real effective using that inside part of the plate tonight. I don't think that pitch was even in the strike zone, and Show Track will confirm that for us right now. But I guess he felt like it was close enough that he had to take a rip at it.
Here's the big first baseman, John Singleton, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
2 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Astros plate 1 on a couple of hits. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Houston leads this one 2-0. Xander Bogaerts will dig in now. The winner of the American League's Silver Slugger Award for shortstop a season ago.
Xander Bogaerts.
First offering on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Hit in the air to center field. Gomez has a read on it. 1 down.
Now batting number 34, designated hitter, David Ortiz.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And here's the still dangerous left-handed bat of David Ortiz. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. Oh, now this pitch is crushed out to deep right field. They'll give this one a look, but it's going to wind up over the visitors' bullpen and into the crowd. A home run. A solo home run for David Ortiz. And the Red Sox are on the board. It's now 2-1.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Now batting, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Now this one's crushed. Left field line. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign. And he's going to make it around right back where he started. It's an inside the park home run. So unfortunately, he'll be forced to leave the game here with an apparent head injury. And we're hoping, of course, it's nothing too serious, but it's usually not good when it's above the neck. Marwin Gonzalez is going to come in now and take over following the injury.
Now playing left field, number 9.
Pablo Sandoval is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Yeah, he really let him off the hook here, 0-2.
Right fielder.
Instead of working the corners, maybe making him fish for something, this pitch is right down the middle, and he drives it for a solid single.
Rusney Castillo stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
That's yanked into the stands, strike one. Ground ball sent back up the middle, reined in. Altuve for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We played 4 full. And we are tied 2-2. Jason Castro heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Catcher, Jason Castro.
Price is ready. First pitch on the way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Oh, and he just carves him up there on 4 pitches. 1 gone. Jose Altuve will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
This is dangerous because out of anybody in this lineup, this guy's probably the most likely to want to run. So look out.
Ready now, George Springer. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1.
And here, you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that almost looked like another pitch out. They're definitely worried about him over there.
Runner at first here with 1 away in a 2-2 ball game. Now a snap move over to first, and he's back standing. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Carlos Correa will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Just too over-aggressive right now. They've got to dial this back a bit.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Still 2-2. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Man at first with 2 out in a 2-2 ball game. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Blake Swihart comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Catcher, number 23.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
The batter, left fielder,
Jackie Bradley Jr. stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Much better sinker there. I think that's the one he wanted to throw to start the at-bat.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo shot off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. as the Red Sox have taken a 3-2 lead.
Well, when you start relying on one pitch out there, and you become a one-pitch pitcher, there's no doubt in the hitter's mind what's coming. He's sitting on this one all the way, and he launches it right over the wall.
Here's Mookie Betts.
now batting, center
As he
fielder,
looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. That previous home run believed to be in the neighborhood of 430 feet. Bouncer down the line. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
the second baseman, number
Dustin
15.
Pedroia steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw not in time as he steals second.
And sometimes when you've got a pitcher who's out there scuffling a little bit, you worry more about throwing strikes than you do about the base runners. And I think that may have been the case right there.
Looking to keep this a one-run game down the third baseline. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one.
Whew. That's one of his best pitches tonight.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And there will be no throw as he takes third with ease. Ready with the 0-2. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's 4-2.
It's pretty well done right there. He just gets out in front of this pitch and grounds it right between third and short. That'll be good enough to get the job done and drive in that runner from third base.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz, as he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. And he'll just slap the tag on the runner heading to second, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. 5 innings complete. The Red Sox 4 and the Astros 2. Marwin Gonzalez will come on as he's newly into the ball game, getting his first plate appearance now here in the 6th. Price sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Here's Carlos Gomez. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1.
Boy, another pitch that he's right on at the plate. He hasn't been fooled by anything he's seen yet.
Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Evan Gattis digs in at the box following a double in his last at-bat that saw him get gunned down trying to turn it into a triple.
Yeah, well, he wound up getting gunned down, but he did hit the ball well, and he's going to look to do the same thing right here.
2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Hanley Ramirez gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
First baseman, Hanley.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And this is swung on and missed that time by Ramirez, a strikeout victim, and there's 1 away.
All right, guys, we're going to check this sequence out again on Showtrack, but I can guarantee you he doesn't want to see it again. He's got this thing all backwards up there. He looks at the first 2 pitches. Those are pitches he probably should have swung at. Then he swings at the 1 pitch that's out of the strike zone.
Pablo Sandoval digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
And you know, he hasn't looked incredible out there on the mound so far, but he's pretty much done what he's needed to do. He's kept his guys in the game against a real good ball club.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, he seems to be pitching him a little cautiously here. Maybe it's because he's 2 for 2 against him so far, but I think this is a guy you still need to come right after.
Now batting.
You see here from above, since he's left-handed, he's got the 3rd baseman playing well off the line. I don't know if this is exactly where he intended to hit the baseball, but it works out for him.
Into the box now, Rusney Castillo, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Swinging a soft liner in there, a base hit. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, if I had a base hit taken away by a runner getting forced out by an outfielder, well, you'd have to put a straitjacket on me because, you know, I didn't get many hits. That's just a really bad read right there and a real waste of a base runner.
Stepping in now, Blake Swihart, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
You know, pitching coaches preach throwing first pitch strikes, and he's done that around 70% of the time today. So that's one of the reasons he's not doing well.
Hit to short, scooped up, and a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. Red Sox leave one, but they still lead this one 4-2. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th, but first here's a look at our game summary to this point. Leading off the inning, Luis Valbuena, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Here's the big first baseman, John Singleton, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
The 0-1 on its way. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
You can't tie the game swinging at balls.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Jason Castro. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
And this will be taken by Pedroia for route number 2.
This is one of those traps you fall into when you're the tying run at the plate. I mean, you think it's all on you to hit one out of the park, and he winds up just popping this one up.
Jose Altuve will stand in now. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch so far. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Skied into straightaway right. Castillo is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Astros leave one, still down by a count of 4-2. Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. First pitch on its way. Check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. Fister is under it to tuck this one away, and it's a one-pitch out to begin the home half of the seventh. Mookie Betts will be the batter. He reached on an error and later scored his last time. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. One out, nobody on. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
Ball three.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And another foul ball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk. Dustin Pedroia will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and one away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Line drive to left. Gonzalez is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Xander Bogaerts. He singled his last time up. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
A runner on first with 2 away. And oh, look out as the cutter ran way in and just about drilled him.
And even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, he still hit.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Turned on down the line. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. One left for the Red Sox as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. George Springer will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. Well, will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Pedroia dives. What a stop. It's in time.
No way. That was awesome.
So unfortunately, it looks like he's going to come out of the game now with an apparent right shoulder injury. That's always concerning, so hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. Brock Holt is off the bench now as he'll take over at second following the injury.
Number 12, Brock Holt.
Carlos Correa gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Correa.
Price into his motion. First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air out to right. Castillo will wait on it. And that's out number 2. Getting late. 8th inning now from Fenway with the Red Sox on top as you get a look at our game's line score to this point. Marwin Gonzalez stands in as he swings and misses for strike one.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Castillo is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 4-2. David Ortiz gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th.
David Ortiz.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Castro is under it. 1 away.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Digging in, Hanley Ramirez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Gonzalez is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far.
Now batting the third baseman, number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
Pablo Sandoval will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes ball 1.
Now on the mound, the doubt starts creeping in a little. Thinking, how do I get this guy out?
1-1.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they still lead this one 4-2.
Your attention, please. Now
Ninth inning save situation coming up now as they'll entrust Craig Kimbrell with the baseball here as he'll try and close things out. Carlos Gomez will be charged with trying to start a rally in the 9th as they go to work against Kimbrell.
This just isn't any closer. This is one of the top closers in the game, so good luck.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kimbrell pauses. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Castillo's after it. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Evan Gattis will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman
Luis Valbuena makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with the knuckle curve, and he swings through it for strike 1. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. Line toward the gap in left center, but this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over.
Just some more great work here by Kimbrough as he comes out of the bullpen to fire a scoreless 9th inning and pick up the save. Now, his stuff is nasty.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, David Price. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Red Sox win it 4-2. Good night from Fenway.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Boston Red Sox. 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Astros, 2 runs, 7 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is David Price. Credit the save to Craig Kimbrough. The loss goes to Doug Fister. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. A reminder that extra Green Line trains will be available at the Kenmore stop. Or if you plan to use the D branch, use the Fenway stop. Rail service is available at the Yawkey Station, located on Brookline Avenue, within walking distance of Fenway Park.